You're watching the MWHS Wildcat News, the official news source of Millard West, with Cole Filer and Madeline Augustine.
On this week's edition, we'll cover
a look at Metro Swimming,
a polar plunge special,
and behind the scenes at Made in Omaha.
Welcome back. I'm Cole Filer.
And I'm Madeline Augustine. On February 8th and 9th, Millard West hosted the Metro Swimming Tournament. Both the girls and boys swim and dive teams had multiple athletes qualify for state. Gabe Paredes and Jake Janasek bring you more details.
This past weekend, on February 8th and 9th, the Millard West boys and girls swim team hosted and competed in the Metro Conference Championships. It is here where the Wildcats had the opportunity to qualify or improve their rankings for the state meet in less than 2 weeks. For the girls, the surprise swimmer of the meet was senior Anna Ortman, who blew everyone away as she stepped up in the medley relay when her team needed her most, as well as placed top 8 in both her events by dropping 79/100ths of a second in the 50 free to go 25:47 and getting the automatic state cut for the event.
So the girl that was originally on the 50 freestyle leg for the medley had some trouble getting her suit on. So the other girls came in and talked to me and they said, you know, are you ready? And I just kind of had to buck up and get in the water, and I got behind the block and I was with a bunch of people that I really didn't want to disappoint. So I think that really drove me to just kind of go all out, and I ended up going a 24.8, which was the best time I'd ever gone in a relay, the best time I'd ever gone in a 50. So I really surprised myself that day. With the 50, my goal was to get the safe cut, which was a 25.88. I ended up going a 25.4, and my heart just like exploded, and I had never felt so much joy. And you know, the whole girls team came running up to me afterwards. It was the best feeling I'd ever felt.
Later on that Friday evening, sophomore Matteo Michelli had a historic night as he destroyed Max Skeeter's school record of 157.37 in the 200 IM by going a 154.85. He accompanied his feet nicely as he also won first place in the event during finals the next Saturday morning.
So when I dove in, I was pretty nervous, but then right when I hit the water, it was all fine. I started swimming butterfly and just tried to stay long, cool, calm. And then freestyle came and I just had to give it everything I had. And when I finished and saw the time, I was really shocked to see how fast I went, and I was very happy that I broke the record. When I finished first and then saw my time and then saw that I did pretty good and then saw that I won, I was really ecstatic.
With 58 season bests, head coach Jamie Bocott is nothing but ecstatic about how his team is shaping up for state. His and the team's hard work was also recognized as Coach Bocott was named the boys' 2019 Metro Swim Coach of the Year.
They swam out of their minds, boys and girls, and that they accomplished all our goals and then some. Honestly, I don't look at it as a coach award, that it's the team, they're the one that does the work, they're the ones that put in the yards, and they make the coaches look good.
Overall, the Millard West boys finished in second place at the heels of Creighton Prep, while the girls got sixth just behind Westside. The team is motivated and in high spirits as they prepare for the state meet in Lincoln on January 22nd. This has been Gabe Paredes and Jake Janasek for the MWHS Wildcat News.
We want to wish all of the swimmers and divers good luck as they compete at the state tournament today and tomorrow, including our very own entertainment editor, Gabe Paredes.
In our next story, Bailey Christensen and Haley Manrose take a look at 8 Wildcats that took part in the Polar Plunge February 9th.
We're Team Wildcats for the Polar Plunge!
Located at Zorinsky Lake, hundreds of people gather around to admire the annual Polar Plunge. Over 30 teams participate in order to raise money for the Special Olympics.
Well, our team, the Wildcats, we are plunging into Lake Zorinsky for a great cause.
The Polar Plunge is an annual event in which supporters can donate money to help fund the Special Olympics by plunging into a lake in the dead of winter. The money raised helps students here at Millard West be able to have the opportunity to participate in unified sports.
We have raised funds for the last month or so for Millard West Unified School Sanctioned Activities, and we are just right around $5,000.
A minimum of $50 is automatically donated by each contestant in order to plunge for the event.
The total for Special Olympics Nebraska or Omaha is just over $100,000, so that's amazing. We're going to plunge into really ice cold water and for a great cause, and it's for our students.
The Millard West Wildcats represented the school colors through athletic gear in classic green, white, and black colors. Emergency vehicles were close by due to the freezing cold water.
We're so excited!
Before entering the water, the cats cheered together and formed into groups of 2. The cats quickly submerged into the water and then fled quickly back to the warmth of their cars. The quick dip was a successful way to support all students here at Millard West. This has been Bailey Christensen and Haley Manrose with MWHS Wildcat News.
Made in Omaha prides itself on being a storefront for everyone by working with local artists and small businesses to reach more customers. Macy Wall and Annalise Smalley look at everything they have to offer.
A few days ago, fellow staff member Macy Wall and I went to a recently opened store called Made in Omaha. It opened up in October of 2018 and has been a success since. We got to sit down with the manager of the store, Kendall Closter, and see how she became the manager of a popular store.
Oh my gosh, I have loved the store Hutch, so our sister store, since forever, since I was your age. And finally kind of applied, and they told me that this was the store that they were concepting, coming up with, and I've been such a maker nerd since I was like your age. Would always go to maker fairs, junkie. So I was stoked when they told me about it, super excited about the possibility of being involved with it.
The owners, Nick and Brandon, met and after becoming a couple, decided to open up the store Made in Omaha for local makers who wanted to show off their success and artwork.
So the owners who own this are the same owners of Hutch in Midtown Crossing and Hutch Fest that they've been putting on for a few years now. So they basically just wanted a permanent spot for all the local makers that they've housed at their other store before, that they've housed at Hutch Fest. They just wanted somewhere that they could be permanently, basically.
Made in Omaha has over 60 different local makers. They make items from food to clothing. Some of the items include bonbons, which are beautifully crafted in 4 days. They have signs and artwork that come in many different sizes and colors.
So a couple different ways. Like I said, owners had contacts and connections back from Hutch Fest, which basically I didn't really talk about what that is, but it's a huge outdoor makers festival. So we do it every year, and there's always a bunch of local makers who come to that. That one is more all of Midwest, so there's a ton of makers there, but the vast majority of our makers were contacted from Hutch Fest in the beginning and then brought in that way. And since that, we've had people reach out to us who are local makers who want their stuff in the store.
Besides things for just people, they have items you can get for your pets. They have homemade dog treats made of natural ingredients and covered in frosting that is edible to dogs. They have sweet potato bones, turkey and bacon treats, and dog cookies in different shapes.
But right behind you, our dog corner is one of my most favorite things in the whole entire world. Those dog treats, this is so lame, but they make me cry every time I open a box of them when we get them in, just because they're so cute. Look at them. I can't. I'm looking at them right now and crying. I love our t-shirts. I think we've had a really unique selection of them that I'm excited about. I think Big Dob's Beard Balm smells amazing if you have a bearded boyfriend.
Working at the store, Kendall gets to realize how much effort people put into their work and get to see Omaha's talent and creativity in their clothing, food, and scent and bath items every day.
It also made me super aware of how much talent we have in this city and how many cool makers there actually are and how much talent Nebraska has to offer.
This has been Annalise Smalley and Macy Wall in the MWHS Wildcat News.
That's it for this week, Wildcats. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at MWHS Catalyst.
And for more stories, check out our website at millardwestcatalyst.com. See you next time, Wildcats.